What's going on? It is a Rudy J. Funk show, and I know it's a Tuesday, but I've been telling Zach I'm going to do this review for a little while now, and he finally got one of these beers to me, and I told him I was going to do it last week, and I didn't get around to it. So I kind of feel like it tonight. We're going to try Zaxx Cinna-vanilla IPA, and we tried enough IPAs, I think, to try and turn our palate a little bit towards reviewing this beer, and this is my first review. I'm gonna review the hell out of this sumbitch. Look how big this sumbitch is. It's like if I was Freddy, I'd be saying this big sumbitch from Bambalam, but it is not from Bambalam. It is from Zach's basement, so that ought to be cool. You know, we're gonna check it out. We'll try to twist it for. No, I'm just kidding. We have to do our beer joke every day. Oh, look at how nice my part is there. Oh, we are gonna start. Oh, for God's sakes. She's foaming up on me, laddie. Stay away. Oh, that baby hasn't stopped either. Suppose I should get this over the old, Yep, give me a second. Whoa. Some bitch. Well, it smells good. Nice and hoppy. Got a little trail I gotta clean up here. I know I'm live, but yeah, it's not done foaming yet. So I don't know if that was a little trick of his. Little son bitch. It is funny. I'm not for the camera. I'm pretty sure. I wonder if he did this on purpose and shook the fuck out of it so this would happen. Oh, it's not that funny because it's still running. It has not stopped. Oh, for old sakes. Alright, give me a second. I know I'm not in front of the camera. I got a little cleanup to do here. He had to do that on purpose. Or fell down the stairs or something and then he handed it to me. I don't know. Didn't break this big ass bottle. It was just possible. Okay, let me get my little pecker tracks on the floor here. Damn it, Zach. You think you did that on purpose? Alright, for God's sakes. Clean up aisle 5. Give me just a second. We're still live, but I don't want to stop it because that's not what we do. We don't stop. It's my religion. Is this a trick bottle or something? Jesus Christ. Yeah, here we go. It is still foaming. I don't have any home remedies on how to stop them. Oh my God, it's still going, for God's sakes. Didn't I see this in an episode of The Simpsons that April Fool's on his dad? I think I did. Oh my God, it is still not stopping. All right, give me a second. Zach, you're a funny dude. So I can't be sticking all over the place. I'm gonna have to spray this shit. All right. One more second. This whole thing. It's the only thing I can do is pour it in there, right? All right, what is this shit? Is it not spraying? Come on, you son of a bitch. I gotta turn it. Oh, that's the full bottle. I need a used bottle. That's what I need. Okay, we can't be elbowing all that sticky shit. You're God damn it, Zach. Fucker. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. But hey, we got it on record here. You know, I just got my ass whooped by Zach. I think. We're still gonna drink it though. We're still gonna feel it. Okay, that's about it. If I get out of this bottle, I should be fine. Just gotta get out of this bottle into the glass before it drowns my ass. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Bobby, how are you, buddy? Okay, just try to pour this before it whoops my ass again. Ooh. You gotta be slow. Oh, that's just too much head. Too much head. Yeah, that's Wow, look at that hue. Look at that hue, Jackson. Wow, that's a good looking beard there, Zachy boy. I had to kind of try it, you know, just to try and settle them suds. Them suds ain't settling. That's a good looking beer, though. I even like even the head is a little bit discolored, and I like that. You know, I think nutrients and ingredients when I see discolored head. Oh, I should keep this out. What the hell am I doing? Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, I gotta make sure I'm not putting the old computer over that. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's better. Wow, look at that. That's a homemade brew right there. That's good looking beer there. It's good looking stuff. This is supposed to be a Cinna-vanilla IPA by one of my son's very good friends. He's got a cool little label for it, you know. I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't hit any kind of YouTube algorithm and they sue me or something. That's a big ass bottle, you know. Curl with it. You could defend yourself with it, you know. Bam, you know. You could protest with it, you know. All kinds of wonderful shit to do with this thing. But I had to taste a little of the foam coming out just to try and stop it over there. And I apologize, I didn't do it on camera, but I couldn't because we had an emergency, obviously. So yeah, it's pretty good looking stuff there, man. It is a pretty good. Look at the hue on it. That's a nice coloring right there, you know. Yeah. yeah. Truly, how you been? Yeah, that's nice. That's good stuff, man. For a home brew, yeah, it looks like there's some webbing action going on there. I smell a lot of the hops. I really do. I mean, it's a really strong hop smelling. Hope the family's well, truly. Hope everybody's doing well. You are blessed by God and all that stuff. Okay, well, we're going to start drinking this bad boy. And we're going to talk some Freddy Kitchens tonight. Because I watched all the conferences and, we got the stuff with the Odell stuff coming, that hopefully is kind of, it's never going to be behind us because every game, this is just going to keep coming with Odell. Every game, this is going to keep coming with Duke, if he doesn't get traded, So I wish I could just end it, because we just want to play football and we wanted them to get better. There's no doubt about that. But one of the things I had talked about in earlier episodes of the Rudy G. Funk Show was I think Freddie's a pretty serious dude, despite all the bam blam talk and him cursing and stuff and whoop de hell and all that stuff. We got all these nice little colorful anecdotes that we get in between. A lot of what I think him as being a good, truly good, a pretty serious dude and a pretty serious football guy. And I feel, besides these colorful anecdotes that we get with Freddie, he's a pretty serious talking dude. And there's no doubt in my mind that he truly cares about this team and really wants to make a name for himself as well in the NFL. a couple of things I thought he really tried to put closure with, and one of them was the Odell Beckham drama that seems to be going on. Uh, and oh, if you guys haven't, or if you guys are not subscribed, is it Mad Dog 76 or Mr. Mad Dog? He's got a really good live stream. I watched him do a basketball game the other night, and he's really good commentary. I really liked, and I'm not a big basketball fan, but I recently subscribed to him, and he does a really good commentary on it. And I don't hate to change the subject, but I got to give a shout out for any subscriber that I really hold any value to. Hey, Bruder, what's up, man? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, dude, I'm trying a home brew. This is one of my son's friends was making his own beer, and look at that. That's a decent looking beer there. So it's a little bit dark, which I kind of like. This is supposed to be a Cinna-vanilla IPA, which on my other videos, it's not. I'm not really big on the IPAs, but I am going to keep trying them because I think I'm getting a little bit closer to actually really liking them because there's some really quality made IPAs out there, and I don't want to sell myself short on anything that might be a decent beer. So yeah, we're going to give it. See, real hoppy, but it's not a Wreck-It hoppy. Actually, I think the Great Lakes IPA that I tried was hoppier, but this is a pretty decent beer, actually. Now, I don't know if you missed the whole drama at the beginning of the video. I popped the top, man, and that thing was going all over the place, and I had like an emergency run away from the computer, go get some paper towels, run back over here, run this back over there close to the sink because it would not stop foaming. And I'm not particularly sure. I think he might have shook it up, or maybe one of his buddies shook up or something and put it back in the fucking fridge, and that's the one he got me. But that was relatively funny, Sorry, I get shit popping up here. It's just a little annoying, but yeah. Back on Freddy Kitchens, like really trying to put this through, and it's never going to be the rest. If Odell only gets 20% of the catches in a game, you're going to hear stuff like, should Odell have been here and voluntary training camp. You're going to hear this stuff all year from our media, and I don't know, in a certain sense, we're all the media, because we're all flapping our big ass lips about football, and I love it. So I don't necessarily mind reminding myself that I'm talking about it too, as I am right now. So, but I think Freddie hinted around to something that I said last week, and he hinted around that he had kind of said it before, but that Odell Beckham is a very valuable asset. And he doesn't need to be the supreme leader of this team because he's probably going to be the most paid. And I don't want to necessarily say valuable, but the biggest name on this team, even with the Bake Man, but I think Freddie and the Bake Man are doing a very good job of talking about responsibility and who are the leaders, That's one of the things I was trying to get from the Giants fans in watching Mr. Mad Dog stuff and some of the other channels that I like to do drive-bys on every night to see how they're doing. Oh, not bad, Zach. Not bad. I think I'm liking it, brother. I think I'm really liking that. And the hop started to settle down a little bit. I know I'm all over the place, and my apologies, but this is pretty good beer. I can go ahead and say I like it. But, he didn't Kitchens didn't necessarily say that Odell wasn't a leader. But I think he kind of hinted around that he doesn't need to be the leader. And I think a lot of us get caught up in that, how big name he is, that he's got to kind of run this team, which is, it's not true. And I think they hint around a lot in their press conferences that big man is the leader. And in my opinion, the big man gets up there in the mic, man, and very much like Freddy Kitchens himself is a very serious dude, and he takes his job fucking very seriously. I mean, I know he grabs his nuts at Kansas City and all that stuff, and he throws in colorful metaphors and stuff like Freddy does, or anecdotes rather. But when the big man gets in front of that mic, man, he's a serious dude, and he loves this team, and he loves his guys, and he can't wait to get out there and rock and roll, despite what the media is saying. That's another thing that I love about the dude is he's coming out and he's saying, I'm going to be the leader. Basically, he doesn't say that, but in a very professional, very natural way, I think. And that's another thing I really like about Big Man and Freddy, they're not scripted or anything. They're not just trying to say the right things. I feel sincerity when they talk all the time, which, and I don't mean to go back and cut on Hugh, but how many interviews have watched where I felt a lack of insincerity, or I don't want to say pompous, but the whole my team thing, it always seemed kind of personal with him rather than team oriented, if that makes any sense. And I'm not saying Hugh's this big jerk or anything. I just think there's a huge difference, maybe in the seriousness of this job. And I kind of hear that in Freddie's voice every time I hear him do a conference, despite, like I said, when he's fucking around and fucking with the media and stuff, which, I think is a great, almost tactic, not necessarily just doing it on purpose. It almost seems like when the air's swelling in the room a little bit because of his serious, he'll go out and kind of let some of the air loose with something funny or, and I kind of like that. That's, as professional as they come also, Yeah, it's pretty good. Even though I got my ass whooped on that open, this is a pretty good beer here, man. I like it, Zach. By chance you ever watch this, it's good. It's good beer. I'm liking it more, and I only, I got a lot left, and I'm liking it already. But yeah, I think Baker keeps proving what kind of dude he is every time he steps up there too. To me, anyway, there's never any lack of sincerity. I always feel that he is about the team, and not like he's going to sacrifice all his pay to, nothing necessarily like that. But the dude's going to be there for every one of our guys. And even on the Duke Johnson thing, everybody's got to remember that Freddy Kitchens was his coach last year. Not just he was the running back coach. So Freddy Kitchens and Duke Johnson have relations. And when you hear, just think psychologically what we think when you hear stuff like Duke Johnson is going to be traded, and you hear things of like it's just a business and business things happen. Freddy Kitchens has relations with Duke Johnson. It's not like they're strangers or anything. So of course they ask him because he'd embraced Duke Johnson when he was talking to him, and they asked Freddie, what that was all about, and he's like, I just wanted a hug. That's where he kind of breaks the ice again and goes back to the Bambalam Freddie, that we all love. But yeah, that's kind of exciting to see these guys step up and try to shoot all this stuff down, and it's never going to go away. You name it. We play one of the preseason games. If we go 1-2 series in there and Duke Johnson doesn't get a hand job or a 3-yard pass to him, guess what the media is going to say? They're going to say, oh, do you feel you should have been involved more with the offense? And I like our media, and I know I always have to say that because I really do like all of them. But that kind of shit's coming. That drama, And it's not just drama. I don't necessarily think that the media just drums up drama. I think a lot of drama just gets drummed up from their own personal opinions and biases, which, you can't really, you try to be objectional, and you're remembering things that you said, and stuff is being put forward with your questions. Let me try to find a good analogy for that. Anybody that's ever recorded music over 4 tracks or something like that, and I know this is kind of going way out, but let's just say I'm writing a song. I'm going to do the drums, I'm going to do the bass, and I'm going to do the guitar for it. So I lay down my drum track, right? Or whatever I do first, or the bass track, whatever it is first. I lay down my bass track. Well, I'm going to remember what I did on bass when I'm starting to play my drums too, Now, maybe not everybody's, plays everything or whatever, but you kind of get what I mean. Let's just say you're laying down 3 guitar tracks, your guitar player, or 3 drum tracks, You're going to remember that first recording you did, and you're always going to have that in mind when you go to do your next track. So I think a lot of this happens with the media. Tony Grossi is going to ask questions, and there's going to be a little bit of tie to everything he's written up until then or talked about, because he's got a certain mentality going in it. So I don't want to just totally rag on the media either. I can't speak. I need my truth serum. Wow, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I got shit popping up all the time. Okay. So I don't want to just make this a media cut down or anything, but when I watch these conferences, my confidence gets a little bit refurbished, if you will, or because there's no football being played, so you hear all the stuff, you make the predictions that you predict, especially us YouTubers, especially on the Browns, coming out and saying 12-4 plus. Some of the guys were saying 13-3. I think it was post game brownies, and I do still believe that. And kind of like the media, kind of always have that in mind. And when I see these guys come on and talk the way they do, and they talk about walking and how you got to walk, and talk doesn't mean shit. I love that. It just invigorates a lot of the stuff that. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are texting. Maybe I just don't see it because I only got 4 chimes in here that I'm seeing. I don't know. Maybe I've had this happen before. I mean, it's okay that nobody's there because I wanted to say the shit that I wanted to say, and I wanted to review this beer, which I really like. It's very impressive for, you know what? I think I got a little piece of something in my mouth, which makes me happy. Some sort of ingredient or something. I don't know. If anybody's there, try to send me a message and see if it comes up, because I'm not getting anything, which has happened before. Like I said, it's okay that nobody's there. I'm always going to say what I was going to say anyway. I just like to do the live videos because I do like to try the beer. I do like to flap my big ass lips about the Browns, and whether you're there or not, I'm going to make the video, So, but I appreciate it when you're there, I know I'm Mr. Neutral here guy. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't really see. You know what? I can actually say, wow. Well, you know what? I should try it. How about Rudy? Let's try it. Hate to do this in front of you guys. I don't mean burp. I mean. Okay. Well, yeah, it seems to be working. Okay, that's cool. All right. So no technical difficulties here. Yeah, but that's a pretty good beer. I only got one of them. That's what really sucks. I wanted to buy a whole 12 pack of them, but I think he's going to quit doing it. I hope he doesn't, because this is a really good beer, and I would certainly like to have more. Shame on him for doing this to us. Yeah, that's not. It's pretty smooth. And I don't know. That's not without saying the effects of our what'd you call it? Our towering inferno of our explosion here. It didn't necessarily explode, but yeah, we had some troubles when we started off here. But hey, we're still rocking. We're still alive, and we are still. I think that was Bigfoot. Isn't that what they said he sounded like? It's a mating call. I hope he doesn't throw any rocks at my house, or what do they? Don't they throw boulders or something? Knock this beer out of my hand, son of a bitch. I didn't watch the Jarvis Landry interview yet, but that does interest me as well. And my apologies for just kind of My apologies for just kind of pulling up here on a Tuesday night and doing this. But I was just kind of in the mood, and I saw it in the fridge. And I did tell the dude that I was going to do it last week, and I didn't. So I really wanted to. So I'm getting, as I'm not drinking, I'm getting a nice, big hoppy aftertaste, which doesn't bother me anymore, which is, I don't want to say weird. I think that was kind of my agenda, knowing that I was going to do this. That's a pretty good looking beer. I like it a little bit darker like that, and looking like it's homemade. It's a pretty attractive looking beer. Got some nice webbing on the glass. There's probably a glare there, but you can see some. I love that head sticking around. Like the big head, like it grabbing the glass. And I do like I like looking like it was made in your basement, man. It looks very attractive. Makes you want to keep drinking it. And I really like it. And I hope that if he does start doing the stuff again, I could try one that doesn't, blast off like some kind of volcano and try to destroy my computer. But and I hope that didn't affect the taste much, like flatten it or something, or release all the ingredients that I should be tasting. But it's pretty decent beer. And I would buy it from him, and I would drink it, So, not bad, man. Not a bad beer. I mean, I would say it's right up there with some of the crafts that I've tried, Now, I put 5 of them in a row and try and taste test them. I'm just not good at that. I need. See, I think this might almost be 2 beers. I can't. There's no. He did it himself. There's no fluid ounces or none of that information. But he does have a kind of a cool little label he puts on there. It just shows the hop, the cinnamon, and I don't know if that's a vanilla or. Oh, it's water. It's water, hop, and wheat. It's IPA though. Do Bigfoots whistle? Bigfoot's whistle. Yeah, I hear Bigfoot. All right. Well, hey, that's just kind of some of the stuff I wanted to talk about. I'm almost done with this beer. I kind of ran out of some of the stuff I wanted to say, and it is off season. They had their first mandatory OTAs today, and it was just really cool to see them out there. They got stuff online for you to see. Some of I guess that's one thing I wanted to talk about. I don't know if they did this on purpose. They show Beckham out there catching balls and the slants, and but they do show at the end. They show where it looks like Higgins and him. One of them runs the wrong route. They're both in the same vicinity, and it looks like I don't know if they try to make it. I don't want to say try to make it look, because nothing was edited or anything like that to deceive. But that's, I don't know. It's subtle, and maybe I'm just jumping the gun here. Steele, what's up, buddy? How you feeling? I like that. That's awesome. With the sunglasses. But I don't know. It just seems that at the end of that video, they show Beckham going up for a ball, and it looked like it might have been to Higgins a little bit behind him. So I don't know if they were trying to prove themselves right. I mean, like Cleveland.com, you know, the not the front office, but the bottom office, you know, the Mary Kays, that group that, you know, like he should have been in, you know, voluntary OTAs, or this wouldn't have happened, you know, almost like that thing they kind of show at the end there. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just reaching. Maybe I'm just kind of prodding the media a little bit, but because you see Odell kind of tip it, and it flounders around a little bit, and he kind of looks back like, oh, you know, like, oh, like I didn't know you were there, you know. So that was kind of cool anyway. But yeah, Steele, I'm not going to stick around much. I only got a little bit more to drink, and it's a school night, you know. I got to work in the morning. So, but this is a pretty cool beer. Pretty cool homemade beer. I'm really impressed with it. I would drink it. I'd probably buy it, you know. I like these big ass bottles too. I mean, I always thought this was a big draft glass, but you know, look how big that fucking bottle. It's like a bottle of goddamn wine. Give me 12 of these, I'll be dead. Or really happy. I don't know. Right. Yeah, I'm ready, Steele. I'm ready. And I think that's another reason what kind of got me in the mood to make a video tonight, because I wanted to, you know, I decided to do. I was gonna come up live a little bit, and I was just about to get on, and then 8 Camel Toes came on. So I always got to do that, do a drive by, you know, because he's got a really cool channel. But I didn't want to not do this video tonight, so I'm probably just gonna finish this beer and I'll sign off. And I don't know, maybe if 8's still on, maybe I'll do another drive by, or Mosh gets on or something like that, or Mad Dog's another one I like. Ooh, we got a nice subtle rain going on here. It'll scare all the Bigfoot away, I bet. Because he was whistling at me earlier. Just don't want him throwing any rocks at my house, you know? I don't got time to be cleaning rocks off my roof. That's good. That's good. Yeah, Steele. I'm ready for some football, dude. Oh, thanks, buddy. I really appreciate it. And we appreciate you guys too, man. You know, we appreciate the Steelers and the Ravens, and, you know, Cincinnati. And I do mean that when I say I do want a strong AFC North, man. We all want to be good going into this thing, and we, you know, we want a fierce battle come out of the playoffs, you know. Battle tested. We should be like battle tested. And, you know, that means, you know, it's more opportunity to drink beer and, you know, have fun and talk Browns, you know. I'm sorry, AFC North. What was I saying? Yeah, that's a pretty good beer. Yeah, I like the crazy. That's that's why I had to, you know, it's what we do a lot, you know, when we get on in each other's channels. And, oh, good. Yeah, I'll watch them, buddy. But, you know, I just, especially seeing you there on each channel, I like letting you guys know that I watch your vids and like them, and, you know, put up a like, and because there's a lot of talented people on YouTube, you know, and I do not include myself in that yet. But, you know, we're trying to get there, and we're trying to strive and be a better channel. And that's where the beer came in, and some music, and, you know. But you got a really good channel there, Steele. And if you guys haven't checked out his channel, go check him out. You know, subscribe, and make sure if you subscribe, man, hit that little bell. You're not going to get his announcements. Plus, I'm going to take that one step further. If you hit that little bell, it's going to give you options. You know, make sure that you know, every video option is picked. And I think that's a lot of people do too. they'll hit the little bell in the corner, and they don't realize that it might have, fell down to occasional. Um, so, and you can check that too, on your phone or whatever, obviously on everything. But yeah, give steel a try, man. Colorado man, Colorado Steelers fan. I dig it, man. I dig it. But yeah, I'm about ready to sign off, Steele. So God bless you, brother. And I'm gonna kind of wrap this up. And I don't know if Eight Camel Toes is still going on. I'll probably go check out his stuff. So God bless you, brother. You be safe, man. I am Ricci. I am out of here, and I wish you peace. And you are blessed by goodness. And we will see you soon, probably Saturday night. That's what we do. We'll try another beer. This was a review. We will try another beer Saturday night, and we will talk some more Browns and football, and maybe we'll put out the fiddle a little bit. No, I don't have a fiddle. I play guitar. But we'll talk to you Saturday. Love ya. Bye-bye.